this point so we can go back and forth and share this really important topic called the vision board training. So go ahead.
Well, first of all, I want to say welcome everybody and Happy New Year. And I hope everybody had amazing holidays and you're right back in the groove. I know this week has been crazy, but really exciting because there's a lot of things going on in our lives in terms of business. And I just wanted to let everybody know initially when I wanted to share this training, it was through a women's platform that we have with our business in Max International. And I wanted everybody in Max International to know that I've literally opened this up because everybody can benefit from this, not just in our business, but even your children can benefit from this. Share it with people after this session is done. We'll have it available for you to share it because everybody can learn some great things from this training.
I totally agree. You see, the vision board is really the foundation and the base of everything. It's basically the roots of your entire life. And I'm sure we'll cover that throughout the presentation, but just as a quick comment, and I'm sure many of you will agree with this, is we spend more time planning for a vacation. I know right now with the COVID, it's even more challenging, but we spend more time planning for a vacation than planning for the rest of our lives. And this, I mean, people don't even think twice about planning your life. They just kind of live day by day and kind of deal with situation as they come across. But drafting your life and actually have a direction as to what you want in your life will have a significant impact, even if you're not taking it seriously. The moment you start focusing on drafting your life in the way you want your life to be like, it will make an impact in the next 5 to 10 years. It is really, really, really important that you understand that. And often, just as an observation, despite everything going on, Tammy still will go to the United States in her second waterfront property, and then back to Canada, waterfront property. We bought the car of her dreams, as you can see here, which, to be honest with you, when I first saw this Tesla, it was about 15 to 20 years ago. I didn't think it was real. I thought it was just one of those kind of nice ideas that will never be implemented. And then when it was implemented, I saw the price of this car. It was the price of a house. And I said to myself, how in the heck can I get something like that? It's not even reachable for me. But see, at the time, that's where I was. But it was part of my dream. And because we've drafted that, then the dream eventually started to become a reality. Today is a reality. And today there's so much more coming. But this is what we want you to understand how important that is. So back to you, Tammy.
Yeah, we're going to share some of the steps on how to do this. So let's get started because some people that are watching this session don't know who we are, Chris. So if you can go to the next slide. Yeah, so Chris and Tammy Gingras, we're Canadian, out of Toronto, Canada. As Chris just mentioned, we're in Daytona Beach, Florida right now because this is our second home. And the greatest thing about what we do for a living as network marketing professionals is we get to work from wherever we want, from the beach. As long as you have a cell phone, you're in business. And that's what I love about what we do. Total freedom. And we have 4 grown adult children, and we have 6 grandchildren. And I know the family's gonna keep growing. We're authors of a book called Freedom Formula in our profession, Breaking the Cycle of Poverty, because I believe a lot of people out there are challenged financially. And we found a way to build a life of our dreams, and we want to teach and train people how to do it themselves. And we're entrepreneurs by heart. Every day we're passionate about impacting people's lives. We make investments, creating passive income as well. And we like to teach, especially people in our environment, we like to teach them how to do that when they start earning money. And we're international trainers. Right now, a lot of it's on Zoom, but once everything starts to clear up a little bit, we'll be back out on stages and having fun, going global. And this is what we're passionate about. So you got to figure out in your life what drives you, what wakes you up in the morning. And this is a whole process that we're going to share with you today. And this is the big family. Every time I see this picture, it just wants me to move closer to them in terms of, really wanting to help them get to the lives that they truly desire. And we're all about whatever it takes. And I just created a new vision board, and you're going to see some of the things that I put on there that's going to bring us even closer to them, which is a scary dream for me, but I know we can do it.
And by the way, this picture is very old because all these small children right now, they've grown up and they're
growing fast. Like 4 years old.
It was a moment in time.
4 years ago. Yeah. So I just wanted to share everybody, get a piece of paper and a pen. And this today is the start of your new life. Your past does not determine your future at all. And you've heard this over and over and over again. Every single day we have the choice to recreate and move into another direction if we're not happy. Every day we have these choices. And when you're in the moment, I try to stay as much as I can in the moment rather than the past, because I can't change what happened yesterday. I can only make decisions today that will improve my tomorrow. So it's always good to journal, by the way. Journaling will help you tremendously with this. If you're not journaling, you should journal every day and be grateful every day what you're happy for and what you're looking forward to. And that's going to keep you in the moment, focused and moving forward.
Tammy, maybe I can start on this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
The new mindsets. It's really, really important that we constantly that we're careful on what we focus on and what we focus our attention towards, right? So the fact here is, if you want to have new results, it's very important that you brush up on maybe your mindset and some of the things that maybe you were being programmed from birth, right? As you grew up, you were exposed to a certain way of seeing things and watching things and doing things based on what you saw. Now, in many cases, maybe this is exactly what you want and you're really, really happy. But if you're not happy currently right now in your situation, whether it is your financial situation, your spiritual situation, your family situation, we'll touch on that a little bit later, your business situation, your finances, what you may have to start working on is your mindset. And we really need to start focusing on shifting the mindset in a direction that will be in line with what we talked about earlier, is designing your life, your plan. It's all connected. It's wonderful to dream and have beautiful pictures. We'll touch on that a little bit later, but the mindset has to match.
Yeah, so we're going to talk a little bit about the 4 stages of growth, which you're going to find yourself in as we go through this process. And Chris and I will do this together. But find yourself and then write down, take a screenshot of this. Take a screenshot of everything if you can. Because everything that we do, we want to share with other people so that they can also help other people. It's all about impact and global impact. And so comfort zone. Are you in a comfort zone right now? Because it's really, you might think it's a safe zone, but it's really not a safe zone. And anybody who's listening to the news and, and finding out what's going on around, it's not a safe zone to be in a comfort zone. If you want to evolve, you need to move through the process and go through that fear zone to the learning zone. And then once you're in the growth zone, that's when it's happening. But find yourself where you are right now in this. This low risk, low reward. You got to invest in yourself. That's one thing that Chris and I have done. We've been in network marketing for 25 years plus. Chris a little bit longer than I, and every single year we seem to be growing and evolving, and we really don't have a choice if we want to keep up to what's going on in the environment, or if you want to get to another level of growth in whatever business you're doing. You always have to learn new skills to grow. So that comfort zone is really a killer zone. So if you're there, you got to get out of this zone as quick as possible into the fear zone. And honestly, the fear zone, I'll let you do the learning and growth zone, Chris. The fear zone, it's a great place to be, because this is when you're getting out of your comfort, and you get that fuzzy feeling inside. You're nervous, but at the same time, it's exciting because you're getting rid of the comfort. But I'm telling you one thing, because I've been through every single zone, and even to this day, I put things on my vision board that got me really scared. And I kind of my mind wanted to go back to that comfort zone. It's going, no, Tammy, you need to step up your game, because for this to happen, you got to get out of those first two zones and go right into the learning zone process of how you're going to get that thing. And that, I love this chart because it really helps me and guides me on where I need to go personally, and where everybody else needs to go. And excuses, they got to go. You got to stop making excuses to stay small, because every single one of you has what it takes inside to have anything that you truly desire. Every one of you. And don't use your circumstance as a stopper, okay? Everybody has circumstances, but some people evolve from that. Why? Because they go into learning zone and then into growth zone. So go ahead, Chris.
I totally agree. And no, Tammy, that's a 45-minute training, right? We'll finish at 10:45. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So something that I would like to really focus on, folks, is the capacity to learn is a gift. The ability to learn is a skill, but the willingness to learn is a choice. And that's something that you need to choose. And just before I get into the next two zones, is you're all aware that we have this Crown Diamond Global Impact Group. This is a generic group where we gather all associates that choose to be part of this environment from all over the world. There is no discrimination here from where you live or from what country you're in. This is an environment where we can unite and we can learn from each other. Now, it is a choice for you to participate or to ignore. Your choice. But those of you that will participate, here's what's going to happen. Even if you're just, we call him, like Eric Worre calls it, a tourist, right? These are people that visit and leave, right? But even if you're a tourist, where you just come in, you don't say anything, you don't post anything, you don't share anything, but just by listening, you will acquire new skills. That's a choice. And these skills will give you the knowledge and the confidence to do the things that maybe in the past you wouldn't even consider doing because you didn't have those skills. I hope that makes sense. Hey, folks, if that makes sense, put in a 1. Type in a 1 on the keyboard. Just want to make sure everybody's with me here. If this makes sense, what I'm sharing with you here, put a 1. I'm going to pause 1 second to make sure everybody reacts. Beautiful. Okay, so we have 2 of you that reacted. 3, 4. Okay, excellent. If we can have everybody, that would be wonderful, right? So this is what I mean, right? You can sit back and watch, or you can take action. You can be part of things. And what's going to happen is now you're going to fall into what we call the learning zone. You'll be facing challenges. It's all part of the growth which eventually you'll be really good in solving problems over time because you got no choice. Because to get to the next level, we got to solve these issues right now, right? So what's going on is you're extending your comfort zone. And this is how it all begins. So that Crown Diamond Global Impact Group is designed for you. And we want to help you raise the bar into your life, in your organization. And then you're getting into the growth zone. And that's when you start defining your purpose. And that's why this training is so important, right? We want to help you define your purpose, kind of draw a map on what you want your life to look like so you can live your dreams. So in the growth zones, then you start setting goals, right? And then as you're solving problems and you overcome the problems, then you conquer the objections and all the challenges that comes along the way. And when someone comes to you and says, is that network marketing? Or these products are too expensive. I do understand that our products are on a very high bar. And Max says, they're working and, dealing with the inflation. But while this is happening, are you sitting back and waiting for things to be fixed? Or are you solving problems and kind of overcoming the challenges and keep moving forward towards your goal? Or you're going to stand still until someone else solves the problem for you? That's what we're talking about. That's the difference between the associates and the diamonds and above, is they become problem solvers and they got out of the comfort zone to the fear zone, to the learning zone, all the way up to the growth zone. I cannot stress enough how important what we just talked about is. And I hope that makes sense. If this makes sense, folks, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up, virtual thumbs up or whatever works for you, just to confirm that this makes sense, folks.
I love this picture because when we're children, we're all dreaming and we dream so big. You remember when you're young and you just want everything because you don't know about the price tag that's involved. You don't know about the hard work that's involved for your parents to make this happen. You just dream. You just want these great things in life. Well, when we came into network marketing and we got into learning about vision board creation and dream big, it's not that easy because we're programmed as we grow up to stop dreaming. I know I was. That was one thing that my mom said. I was always a dreamer. And my mom kept bringing me down to reality. We don't have money. This is not for us. This is for other people who are making big money. And that's the way I was programmed as a child. So coming into network marketing, I had to reprogram myself and my mindset. Like I knew as a very young child, I knew I was going to be an entrepreneur, didn't know what it was, did all these things, made all kinds of money here and there and ended up having a business and then came into network marketing and exploding businesses. So what's important is to remember to keep that mindset as a child, as you're creating, because now we're going to start going into some creation. Okay, so I want you to shut off the analytical brain that might be past programming of other people saying you can't have it, or even yourself saying it's not possible based on the situation you might be in today. So we're going to go through 5 steps of creating your dreams. Step 1 is the thought. Everything starts with the thought. And then we're going to go into lists of goals, categorizing with the 5 F's, and why. This is the most important thing, because if your why is not lined up with all these pictures you're going to create that you think is really cool, then no matter what you do, you're not going to get the things that you desire. That's really got to be solid. And of course, we're going to create that vision board around all of it. So we can go ahead, Chris. Okay, so step number 1, I want everybody to clear your head right now. Put your papers and pen down. If you're driving, obviously you're not going to close your eyes. Just listen, okay? And I want everybody to close their eyes for a second. So some of you we can see. So we can make sure your eyes are closed. And I want you to breathe. Take a couple deep breaths in and release and just let go. And you got to get out of that analytical brain. You got to go into that creativity. So where is that place for you where you feel you're the most creative? For me, personally, it's the beach. I love water. I love the smell, the sound. I love everything about it, the breeze. And it just puts me in a state of creation, of manifestation. And so go to the place that you feel is where you're going to get that. You can go ahead with the next slide, Chris, but don't open your eyes, guys, because you shouldn't be looking at this slide. And I want you to think right now of what you truly desire your life to look like. And you can even sit there as if you already have it. I like to live in the I already have it phase. And what does it look like to you? Are you having more time freedom now that you've done this, and this? Are you traveling more? Or do you desire to travel? So whatever state of mind you want to put yourself in. Maybe you want to have that bigger home. Maybe you want to get rid of that car that keeps breaking down, and you've always saw this car that it's been a dream for you. I know, Chris, it was a Tesla. And get out of the analytical part of your mind, okay? Because that's going to wipe you out. You got to get out of that mind and sit in that car as if you own it. And you got to know what color it is. You got to get real clear on what these things look like in your head first, okay? Maybe it's to put your kids through university and have the kids come out of university. They don't even start life with debt. Isn't that amazing to be able to do that for your own children? A lot of people can't do that. So maybe that's something where you're at in this stage of your life. Charities. I know people that I talk to that do very well financially, and they do what they do because they want to give. And we have a part of that in our portfolio as well. And of course, maybe you want to be an influencer, a leader, whatever it is that you desire to be. Okay, I'm just throwing stuff out there, but I do want you to take the time after this training, not right after if you can't, but take maybe tomorrow, sit in a place and start doing this and start creating and recreating for those who have created stuff in the past. Now I want you to open your eyes. So there's 5 categories that I recommend you put on your vision board. Number 1, faith and family, friends, your health, fitness, finances, fun, and however way you want to place it on your board is your choice. However way you want to structure your board is your choice. We are all different. We all have different creative minds. I know Chris is very structured, A, B, C, D. Everything has to be lined up. If you look at anything in his office and you come into my office and something's here, something's there, it might look not structured to somebody, but it's structured for me. So we're all different creative beings. So this is your life that you're creating. So go ahead in the next slide, Chris. So I want you to take a picture of this slide, and you're not going to do it now because we don't have the time, but I want you to ask yourself why. Every single thing that you wrote down, I want you to ask yourself why. Why do you want these things? And then once you have your first reason why, for example, I'll use one of those on my vision board after, so you can have an idea. And we have a document that we can give to you. And Dean Grazioli, he created this in one of the past training that we did last year, and it's about the layers of understanding why you're doing what you're doing. That will create, it'll go so deep into the core root of the true passion inside you that you'll do whatever it takes. You'll get rid of any excuse because of the meaning that this has brought to you. Okay, so let's go on so you can see some visual of it, because I know a lot of people are visual learners. So with your vision board, you can do this on your desktop, make your screen about your vision board. You can do it on a bristle board. Buy a bristle board. You can go to any dollar store or whatever and go get one of those. You can use magazines. I mean, online, everything's online today. You just Google search whatever you want, get a picture, print it up, and you can put these on your boards. So you can do a hand one. I actually have a vision book that I found, and when I went back and looked at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, because it was folded away in my drawer, and I'm opening it up, and it's actually happening right now with our family, with the things that we've always desired. And it's amazing when you do things and then you work towards it, the things that come, that becomes a transformation in your life. So this is what you're going to be doing to create that vision board. Go ahead with the next slide, Chris. I know, Chris, when you look at this, you're probably going, ah! So the key on your board is to have a picture of yourself, your vision board, and have a date. Figure out where you want to put your stuff. You can put some nice quotes on your board. Use I am, because that will bring it powerfully into you as if you already have it. Okay? So look at that and then move to the next one. I'm going to show you two very quick vision boards. You can go over this training over and over and over and over. We've created since, oh my gosh, early 2000, we started creating vision boards. And so here, you can see I put this one July 21st. I keep advancing the dates because some things I would accomplish and then I would get rid of it, or maybe it didn't really mean that much to me, or we've already done it, right? So there's some things here that we've accomplished. So you can just kind of have an idea of how I threw this one out. Okay, it's all about family fun. We wanted some renovations done. Travel, we love to travel. Always growing. You can see courses. See, you can see we're creating courses. Of course, happy, love, life. It's always about joy. So, and fitness. Fitness is a big thing for me. And probably Chris is looking at that going, where's that Tammy? I think it was.
Oh, I recognize her. I recognize her. Still there.
But just to give you an idea of a past vision board, and I finally finished mine for this year. Go ahead, Chris. I just want you to see the difference. And some of it, you can see we're continually working on things. So this year, it might have transformed a little bit more because some of the things we already have, some of the things that we should have done, and then we're now focused on brand creation. We want to be social media influencers. And so we need to put it out there so we can attract that. So we're taking courses to do that. We're doing a 6-hour workshop on branding and doing this right after this session. Max CD Global Impact. Travel. We're going to start our podcasting this year. We want to have 10 new $1 million circle members in Max International. We want to take our investments to another level. Again, always fitness is on my goal. Always, always, always. Family fun is always on my vision. We're going to focus on our book and moving that more. See that CD private plane or CT private plane? You see that? That one, That was really hard to put on my board. Really, really hard. But I know that if we focus on all the things that we truly desire, that will come to fruition. And we have, and they say, surround yourself with people who already have it. Well, we have friends that already have them. So we need to focus on doing what they're doing to get what we want to get too. And you can see Plan Canada. Chris and I have been giving to children for years through Plan Canada. And the reason we do it through an organization, because they're very structured, and a lot of the resources go to exactly what it's for. And we went to the office, met the people, found out about the organization, and we were really impressed with it. So some of you might have organizations that you're working with that you just donate the resources, and it helps families. So that's a recent one. I just want to show you this, not because it's mine, it's because to give you an idea of things that you can create that you never thought of. So go ahead, Chris.
So, you know, folks, something that I just want to add on this here is their excuses are, listen, folks, there will always be excuses, and they're good ones and valid ones. And, you know, there's different levels of intensity dealing with the different excuses. But that's the thing. And these excuses are exactly why you may not have moved, or maybe that you hit a plateau, or that you're just having a hard time kind of stimulating yourself to go further. Because when Tammy and I left our excuses, that's when we found our dreams. You see, when we started network marketing, we didn't become successful just like that. We had to become successful in here first. And how did we get there? Is when we started being aware of the importance of drafting our life, the dream board, as we started this training on how important that is to put it on paper. And Tammy talked about, you know, cutting some of those images from online, right? Because obviously buying magazines, I mean, this is passé, right? So now you go online, you Google search what you want, you find an image, you could print it, or you can do everything digital, which is kind of what I like. And then you can create a digital board, and that could be the backdrop of your laptop. Or you can choose to print it and on a canvas and then have it somewhere on your wall. Or today there's frames where you can have pictures, digital pictures, where you can have the digital picture on your frame and put your frame there. And then you can change images as you come across, or as you evolve, your goals will evolve, you will evolve, things will change. But that's the thing, is you need to walk away from your excuses. I know it's easier said than done. The fact is, we've done it. We know that sometimes it comes with a price. But then you need to evaluate, what do you want? Well, again, what do you want will be defined by your dream board. So Tammy has kind of give you steps in creating your dream board. And don't be confused. Let me rephrase that. Don't be set back by the simplicity. You know, when something looks so simple, it's like, it can't really make a difference. I can't see that. Don't get that in the way. I'm not kidding. Don't let the simplicity get in the way of what your future could be. Don't make that mistake. I have made it. Trust me, I have. Do not make that mistake. Deliver on these things. It will change your life. And if you have children, your children are watching you. And when they see you going through this transformation, what do you think will happen to them? You are changing their radius of what is possible and capable based on what you're doing. And children will evolve. And they may go even further than you, which is what we all want as parents, right? So walk away from your excuses, folks. But for that, you need to know what you want so you can really focus the energy and the effort towards getting rid of what you don't want. Hope that makes sense. If that makes sense, folks, put a 1 on the keyboard. Just type a 1 just to make sure that what we're sharing here makes sense to you and that it has value.
And just so you know, that beach that we're standing in front of, Paul, you were there. This was one of our company conventions in the Philippines, and we all went to Boracay, which is one of the most beautiful islands in the world. And that's one thing that we've done is we've been to a lot of beautiful islands, but this one was special, I have to say. Definitely on my list to go back.
In the Philippines,
So-
with the beautiful people of the Philippines.
So, are you ready to make some changes? I'm talking serious. Are you serious about making changes in your life? Because if you're serious and you're ready to move forward, well, this training is for you. And it's going to be available for you to go back and listen to, and maybe, take more notes down the road, and do this with people around you that you care about. Show them these trainings, but you can also learn to teach and train these things. It's really not a difficult thing to do. So the key is to make that decision. I am success loaded. I am totally success loaded. It doesn't matter what level we're at. We're always on our game. And I hope that you're seeing this too, because for things to change, there's one gentleman that said this to me back 25 years ago when I was crying, I was blaming, I was upset, I was everything. And I wasn't taking responsibility of my life. And he said to me, Tammy, for things to change, you need to change. I remember that like it was yesterday. My heart just started pounding because I got so emotional. It really hit me that I was not taking responsibility for my life. And then that was it. Sometimes that one thing that somebody says to you will make that biggest transformation in your life. And you could be upset about it, or you can take it to heart and do something about it. And I chose to do something about it. So I'm going to talk about the 5 steps. Chris and I will go back in the formula. Because once you create everything, well, you need to wrap your head around all of this stuff. So number 1 is desire. You need to have desire to do the work, because that's what's going to take for you to live the dream life. You don't just sit back and wish and hope things are going to happen and things are going to change. Things are going to come into your life that are going to surprise you. That like, for example, if you're big in attracting great people into your life, you want to bring people who have skills, leaders out there that you want to join your business, then you need to call that in, and you need to have a desire to want that to come to take fruition. Okay, that is really, really important. So you got to open your eyes, because things are going to come around you, and if you close your eyes when opportunities are coming your way, it's like, oh, shame on us, right? Decision. You got to decide to act when things happen. You got to decide to act every single day to move forward. Mentorship is key. You need mentorship. You cannot build a successful business alone. And strategy, you got to always be working your strategy. Plan, do, and review constantly. Plan something, do it, and you might have to review and do a little bit of shifting. And of course, action, constantly into action. So those are the things that we want you to realize, that these are the steps that need to be done for you to get to where you want to go. Do you want me to go ahead with this, Chris?
Yeah, you go ahead, Tammy. Do the first
Okay.
one, and I'll follow
So
up.
desire, honestly, desire is core from within. And what you need to know what your true purpose is. When you look at your vision board, what is the true purpose? What is the true passion that you have about what you're creating? What do you desire to be, do, have? It's not all about have, okay? Because you need to become something better, or learn a new skill, or take more action to be able to have that. And why do you desire this? That is key. Remember I said why, that big core why? That has got to be embedded in you, because that's what's going to get you to wake up every day excited about moving towards your goals and your dreams. That desire has to be huge. Let me tell you, there's one book that I recently read from one of our mentors, Mr. Ugo in Nigeria. And it's called The Path with Lori Beth Jones. And this woman really nails down the exercises to create your true mission and purpose in life. And if you're a person that is like me and doesn't take a lot of time to read, there's a lot of exercises in this book. So it really keeps you active. And then you're going to nail down exactly what you want. This one is powerful. So desire, it's got to come from within. If it doesn't, you probably won't move towards all those things you write on your vision board. And decision. You got to make that decision. You are going to go for it. That vision board needs to be embedded in your DNA. Seriously. I just recreated my vision board. I have to go and print it, and I want it on my wall. Why? Because I'm going to be looking at that every single day, and that's what's going to kick my butt every single day to move towards it. It's going to create an emotional attraction to wanting to do these things. Because let's face it, we all have days, no matter how skilled and how excited we are, we all have days where we have to push ourselves. We all have days where everybody says no. And you need to keep looking at this to remind yourself why you're doing this, why you're so passionate about it. And, and that's what's going to keep you grounded on doing the work. What are you willing to give up? This is huge, you guys. Because for Chris and I remember, Chris, when you said, oh my God, I want a Tesla. Do you remember when I said, when you're crown diamond? When we're crown diamond, we'll get the Tesla. Well, guess what? We literally sat down, wrote our strategy plan, and we did it before the date that we had put on our vision board to have it.
And Tammy, I just want to add something quickly, because you just reminded me of this. Mm-hmm. And I say, when you said that, and when we're crowned, and I said, I didn't even think it was possible even then. You understand, folks? I'm telling you, because this is the ultimate God truth. I did not think I was able to do it. I would be able to do it. I did not think so. But I still put it on. Whole and behold, here we are today.
Yeah, so and just to share a quick story for those who are business partners with us. I remember this day like it was like yesterday. All these great memories that have happened to us. And I remember Chris was at home. I was out at Jasmine Tiberge. I was at your place, and we were triple diamond, and we had a lot of requirements already, and we were just missing a little bit at the end. And we said, we are not buying the volume. We are going to do this the right way. And we did. It was, I was driving home. It was before midnight, and I was exhausted. He was exhausted. And he called me up and he said, we didn't do it. And my heart just, oh my God. It was awful, the feeling that I had inside. And he says, just kidding. And I had to pull over the side of the road. I was on the highway. I started crying because we worked so hard. And I want you to tell you this. We got rid of so many distractions in our life. We put comfort zone totally in the back burner because we had a focus. And I really wanted Chris to have that Tesla goal. And I knew that we could go crown diamond. I knew it. And
I totally,
that is what people need to do if they want to get to anything that they desire. Sometimes you got to give up some fun stuff. for a short period of time so you can have the life that everybody's looking for. Go ahead, Chris.
I totally agree, Tammy. And one of the things is that it's important to partner with people that can help you get there. And this is, again, to go back to the Crown Diamond Global Impact Group. We know it's difficult to mentor people individually. In fact, it is not physically possible. It's just not enough hours in a day, and not enough days in a week, and not enough week in a year. And you understand my point. It's just not physically possible. So, but this environment, you all can get it. So when I say find someone to mentor you on your journey to achieve your goals, let me rephrase that. Make sure that you and your team become part of this program, and every day come and check what's going on. You're having success because of some information that was, let's say, shared in the group. By all means, take a video and then share your testimony. I know Dr. Izzy has done a few of them, and many of you have done a few of them. That is powerful. That is what we call credibility, third-party credibility. And this is where will stimulate others in the group that may find themselves in despair and then discouraged, but then they're hearing your story, and your story just lift them up. Give them that seed of hope. That's what I'm talking about. So surround yourself with people who have what you desire. Well, they are all going to be in that group, right? Seek counsel only with people who support your goals and dreams. Don't seek counsel from the non-believers and the people that keep shutting you down. Respect them. Sometimes they're in your lives. I'm not saying to become enemies, by all means, not at all. In fact, it could be an opportunity for them to be inspired by watching you succeed. But don't listen to the naysayers and the people that constantly complain. They won't help you get there. And it's not their fault. It's just the way they see things at the moment. But you are exposed to something else now. And we're asking you to work with the people that have the common goal. That's how we achieve impossible problems that becomes norm when it's resolved. And then we move on to the next level. That's what the mentoring is so about, and so important. And that's what it's about. And that's what the group is about. And a strategy, Tammy, I'm going to let you kind of cover this, and I'll finish the last one. You go ahead.
Yeah. So just quickly, when Chris was talking about support, once you create your vision board, here's what I'm gonna recommend to all of you. If you have members in your household, get them to do their own vision boards or work together. You can have many vision boards. I have a diamond vision board. I have a total focus strategy on commit to transform with our podcast, and things that we want to do to get ourselves more out in social media so we can build more into our max business. And so there's other things that we're doing, and then you decide who are the environment around. If you don't have support, even if it's with people that love you, it's not because they don't want you to have it. I just want you to know that. It's because they're not at the same mindset as you are. Okay, so just ask for support. Ask them to stand behind you. Ask them to encourage you when you have those days, and make it about celebration as a family. Okay, because if you create a vision board and it's all about you and your goals and your dreams, and you've got your family there, well, they're going to think that you're going to be away from them to make this happen, and you might leave them behind. And you don't want your family members to feel like that. I always did vision boards with my kids. Okay, and that inspired them to kick my butt so they could have what they want. Okay, so strategy. What can you do right now? So write down the things that you can do right now that will move you towards your vision board. Move you towards all the things that you have, that you want to have in your life. So whatever that strategy is, you need to write that down. And for us, it's all about the money-making activities. It's building new relationships, connecting with new people, see if people are open, Get them to have a look at some information. And there's lots of trainings in that Crown Diamond Global Impact Group. So go in there to get that information. And so whatever it is in that strategy that you can do right now that's going to move you towards making the money. Because at the end of the day, it takes money to have everything that you desire in your life. It takes money, no matter what it is. No matter what it is. You want to be healthier? Well, you need to do healthier choices. Does that cost money? Yes. You know, you might have to join a gym membership. You might have to do other things that you never did before. That costs money. So you all know that everything costs money. So don't be afraid to make money. Money is not evil. Okay? You have to understand it's what you do with it that is the important thing. Is I always tell Chris, don't allow money to change us. And we would never allow money to change who we are. No. We are Chris and Tammy. We're just average people who just love to live big dreams because it's fun and we like it. And it's fun to have a challenge. Okay, so how much income do you need? That's the big question. You need to write that down. You know, a lot of people go through life and they want this, want that, and you say, well, how much do you need? And they go, I don't know. No, you need to know that. Everything is specific, clear. It needs to be clear. Go do your research. Okay, go do your research once you do your vision board. Now I got to do my research on how much that particular, whatever plane that we want, I need to know how much it is and exactly what we want and all of this stuff. So we know where we need to go for that. And how many hours will you invest in daily to achieve your desired goals and dreams? And let me tell you, and why, always a why. If you want all these big things and you're willing to put 5 hours, you need to rethink a lot of your stuff, your strategy. This is really important. I'm just going to say it straight out. If you're not willing to commit a lot of your time towards your goals and your dreams, then you're going to struggle and you're going to think that this doesn't work. And the truth is, it's not that this doesn't work, it's you're not working. And these are all the things I had to say to myself. Okay, so it's important that you understand that if you're going to do something, you need a strategy, you need your schedule down pat, no distractions. When you put your schedule of what you need to do to move towards your goals and dreams, you stick to it. Are you going to mess up? Yeah, but recognize it and get back on track.
So let me ask you folks, put a 9 on the chat if you intend to take action in creating your dream board. Put a 9 on the chat if you intend to take action and start defining your life. Because I'm telling you, that is very, very, very important. Even if you're not sure, you're thinking about it, if you're thinking about it, put a 9 in the chat. I'm telling you, that step may actually really help you move forward. So today could be your new day. It's time to recreate or add on to what you currently have built for yourself. And it's really important, as we stated earlier, is to say goodbye to your excuses. I fear doing this. I don't have the money for that. I know they're good excuses. I understand them. But where there's a will, there's a way, folks. Right? You know, humans didn't go to the moon by wishing it. And the failures behind the attempt going to the moon, it's overwhelming. We did it. Now, that's a long time ago. But you go back to 1966, right? I mean, you talk about this, or even 1960s. It was something, are you crazy? Leave the planet and go on another planet? So at the beginning, sometimes when you reach for the moon, it may seem far-fetched, but don't worry about that. Don't let the emotion get in the way of what could be. Because often it is the emotion that will be your roadblock. Not that you can't do it. It's the emotion of. And Tammy talked about the meditation, right? Schedule 1 hour of power action Meditate. This is something I have to admit, folks, I have to do. I have to meditate. Sometimes my brain is going crazy. It's like World War III in here, and it's just going nuts with everything that's coming in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. And I try to go to bed and I can't sleep because my mind it's going nuts trying to keep up with everything else that needs to be done. But sometimes you need to kind of sit back and just appreciate what it is that you've accomplished. Breathe in, breathe out, and focus your effort at least 1 hour a day towards building your business, money-making activities. Make sure that you commit to come back to this group and to actually follow through, or at least watch the video, or maybe even comment, or even share your testimony. And the fact is, when you take action, you will find that whatever doubt you may have becomes less relevant. But if you stand still and waiting for someone else to solve the problem until the problem is solved, then the doubt becomes bigger and bigger. Eventually, it will take over. It'll be difficult for you to move out of it. It's like someone who's an alcoholic that's trying to stop. The moment they look at a bottle, they get all these things and they just can't stop grabbing it and think of drinking it, right? What's happening is they're so focused on that. Well, the doubt is like being an alcoholic, and it's not easy to shake off, but you can. And that's by focusing elsewhere on the things that matters to you, starting with this board. This is the reason why I was asking you if you are committed to actually create your dream board. Take the time, at least search for some pictures that represent things that matters to you, and save it on your desktop, whatever computer you use, or even on your phone. Save it on your pictures. You know what I'm talking about. And take the time and do these things. Just start there. Eventually, you can say, "Oh, I got all these pictures. Oh, maybe I can do a dream board with and the steps becomes easier." So take action, folks. Action kills doubt.
Yeah. And just the power hour, I find that this is a great way to get a lot of work done, is using those power hours. Have one thing focus in that hour. And I know right now a lot of us are doing this 90-day plan, and for the first part of that in January, it's all about connecting with new people, introducing them to look at the information, and they either become a customer or an associate, and that's where all of our focus is. So all of those hours that you're going to do that, and then you take little breaks and just clear your head, and go back in. Like Chris said, the meditation, clear your head. And that's going to help you get more traction. Sometimes you just got to walk out of the room, jump around a bit, get some energy again, and then drink a glass of water or take some healthy snacks that are going to give you energy. Go back in and do it again and stay focused. And you'll start achieving a lot in your life. Because when you have all these things around you, which most people do, it's so easy to get distracted. And you want to stay focused on all the things that you truly desire in your life. Okay, so, and we always say gratitude is the most important thing. We wake up in gratitude. I'm in gratitude all the time. And then before we go to bed, it's always have that gratitude prayer as well. So gratitude, if you have a grateful heart, you are a magnet to miracles, truly. So always be grateful. Wonderful, wonderful things are going to come into your life when you least expect it. It happens to us all the time. So for us, it's not a surprise. If you're doing this for a first time, you might be going, "Oh, wow, that happened so quick." Often I'll say, "Gosh, I haven't connected with old friends in a long time," and I'll go and pick up my phone on my lunch as I'm scrolling, and an old friend will connect with me and go, "Hey, what's up?" Things happen all the time. So it's important to put stuff out there, put great intentions out there, what you desire in your life, and then all those things are going to come back to you tenfold. I always say that. So I truly believe in vision board training. We've been doing it for a very long time, and we've accomplished a lot of things in our lives. And as we always tell everybody, Chris and I are just Chris and Tammy. We're average people that have walked away from careers, that came into network marketing and decided to focus on our business, which has brought us our dream life. And you can do it too. Every single one of you can accomplish anything that you truly desire. If you're not accomplishing the things you desire, you need to go back to ask yourself why. The big purpose, the big mission. Because if it's not aligned up for what you want to achieve, then that's probably not the thing you want to do. So sometimes you have to go back to your vision and go, well, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have this on my board right now because it's not something I really, really want to do. Somebody else put it on their board, so I want to put it on my board too. No. Your life. Your life matters. Create your dream. And I'm telling you, if you do all of these things, things will come into your life that you'll least expect, and you will be in gratitude in such a big way. So thank you so much for participating in this session. Chris will put the video up, and we'll have it available on all platforms. And we'll always improve in the trainings as well, and have other people do these vision board trainings, once or twice a year. I think it's really good to remind ourselves why we're doing what we're doing. So thank you so much. I appreciate you, and have a fabulous weekend.
Everybody have a wonderful weekend, and don't forget that there is a presentation in about 2 hours from now. And so prepare your guests. Remember, we're in the middle of a 90-day run, and we're doing this all the way up to the end of March. So let's keep pushing, right? Pay the small price to be able to get the good life for the rest of our lives. So have yourself a wonderful, wonderful weekend, folks. And bye for now.